everyone. Welcome to Gardening for Better Health. This is Henry B. 723 coming to you today from my kitchen that is also doubling as my indoor garden. Hope everyone out there is doing well. I'm doing fine here. We recently had temperatures here that were, it was like 2 degrees outside with a wind chill of 19 below zero. So I have been indoors the last few days and the weather's slowly warming up, but I'm still inside and I needed to do something constructive. So I thought I would go ahead and start my onions and leeks today. I have seeds for those, so this is the perfect time to get them started. It takes them so long to mature, and so I said, well, let's get started with those. Let's take a look at what I have here. I use potting mix when I plant my seeds. And this is what my starting mix bag looks like. I'm not promoting any particular brand, but whenever you're planting seeds, you really need to have potting mix, which is a very lightweight substrate to put the seeds in, and that way as the seeds germinate they can get through the soil very easily and poke through and reach the light that they're trying to get to. So start with potting mix. Any kind that you choose should be fine. First I'm going to take a look over here, and I have 3 different types of onions. And actually the leek is not actually an onion, but it is in that family. So I have here, this first one it's called Utah Sweet Spanish Onion. I got it from M.I. Gardener. And it is an onion that takes, about 120 days to mature. Today is January the 24th, so 120 days to mature. Yes, it's okay that I'm starting it indoors now because it's going to be a while before it does mature. I'll tell you something else about this particular type of onion. It is a long day onion. Now, you may or may not have heard of what is known as short day, intermediate day, and long day onions. Onions respond to light, and so the short day onions are usually grown in the south where the daylight is shorter in the summer and spring than it is in other parts of the country. The intermediate onions are grown in areas that are like right above the south, and that center line that goes across the states. That center of the states is where people grow the intermediate onions. The long day onions are normally grown in the north because in the north has longer days, believe it or not, than the southern states. So for my area, I need to grow long day onions. And that is what these varieties are. Except for leeks. We'll talk about leeks separately. But this one, this Utah Sweet Spanish Onion, it is an heirloom onion. And so it is something that I can save the seeds for if I wanted to, and I would get exactly the same onion. However, this pack has 500 seeds in it. So I don't think I really need to save any of these seeds. Not for a while anyway. Maybe when I get like halfway the pack, I might look at starting to save some of these seeds. But I have 500 seeds in this package. So let's take a look at what these seeds look like. The good news is you can see them. They're dark. Okay, and you can actually pick them up without needing to get like a little magnifying glass or something to find it. You can actually see these seeds. And I'm going to plant a few. Here I have my potting soil in these pots. Even though they say the potting soil is sterile, I always sterilize my soil before I put anything in it, because you never know. Oftentimes soil has bugs in it, and you plant your food in there, and after a couple weeks you see little fungus gnats flying around your plant, and you don't want that. So what I always do is I sterilize my dirt before I use it. So the dirt in these pots have already been sterilized. I got a cookie sheet. I put some parchment paper across the bottom of it, and then I put the dirt in the bottom of the pan with the parchment paper. I put it in the oven at 200 degrees for 15 minutes to kill anything that might be alive in the dirt or any eggs that might be in there. That's the way I sterilize my dirt. And if you leave it in there too long, it can cause problems. Your oven will start to smell, and the smell will get into your house. And I found that putting it in for 15 minutes is just long enough to kill whatever might be in there. So that's the time frame that I use. So these have all been treated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant 2 seeds in each one of these little pots. So I got one there, one here. I put a little divot in there. It's to be planted a decent amount, about 1 inch down into your pot for these particular types of seeds. So that's sweet Spanish onions there. Another pot, sweet Spanish onions there. Okay. And I'm doing 4 pots of these. So I'm going to hit this one with some seeds too. And this one. And this one. All right. So I'm going to label these sweet Spanish onions, and it's got today's date on the label that I already put on there. So we've got that done. And these go back in here. So when they germinate, and it's going to take maybe 10 days for them to germinate. When they germinate, I should get 2 plants coming up out of each pot. So that's looking at 2, 4, 6, 8 onions to initially start with of the sweet Spanish onions. Now, we won't stop there. We'll keep going because I also wanted to plant red Geneva onions. The red Genevas are nice. These are long day onions as well, and they're nice because they have such a nice flavor. Red onions have this little heat to them when you chew them. You bite it and you get a burst of flavor that has some heat. So it's a different type of onion than the sweet Spanish onion. The sweet Spanish onion is very mild in flavor, but this one gives you a little kick. So I'm going to plant some of these as well. Now, the seed count in here is 75 seeds. So there are not as many in here but it's a different type of onion. So you'll notice when you start buying your seeds that the packs have different amounts in them depending on what you're buying. Say some of the melon seeds that you buy might only have 25 seeds in it. So as you're purchasing your seeds, take notice to how many are in the packet, because if you want to plant more than that, you need to buy more than one pack. So let's go with this one. This is what the red Geneva seeds look like. And these are planted about 1 inch deep as well. So what about you? Have you started planting anything yet? Are you in the north or in the south? And if you're in the south, you probably have been able to plant some things already, because you don't get as cold there as we do here, even though Florida recently got some cold weather that they're not used to. They actually got ice in certain parts and snow in certain parts. So that's something that is unusual. So hopefully, if you had things planted outdoors, you were able to cover it up and protect it from the cold snap that came through. A lot of other states got cold too that don't normally get cold and snow. New Orleans got some snow recently, and Alabama and some other places that don't normally get snow got some this week. So these days we really have to kind of be prepared for anything. So we've got the red Geneva onions in here. And with the red Geneva onions, I'm looking forward to those coming up. I ordered some onion sets from an onion company. Those won't be here until probably late March, early April. But those are sets, and it's already got a little bit of a bulb on it, so it's got a jump start on the growing cycle. So I wanted to go ahead and plant these just in case something happens to the growing in the commercial place that I bought it from, because I don't know what their weather has been like where they are. Sometimes, even though you're commercial, weather will cause setbacks in your operation. So in case they had an issue with weather too, I'm getting started with my own here. I ordered different types from the commercial company, so I will have another variety of onions once those come. But it's good to get started because you never know what's going to happen when. So we've got the sweet Spanish onions here. It's 4 containers with those. The red Geneva onions, I've got 4 containers of those. Now, I did not order any leeks from the onion company. I decided to go ahead and grow my own leeks and not order leeks from there this time. And this is interesting because I haven't started leeks from seeds before. Tell you a little bit about leeks. I got these leeks from Johnny Seeds. And the leeks, this is a package of 250 seeds. Leeks are not day sensitive, so you can grow leeks anywhere in the country. They don't have to have a specific amount of daylight. So anybody can grow these anywhere in the country. Leeks are frost tolerant, so if the leeks are not ready and frost hits them, they're not going to die. They can usually take temperatures down to about 20 degrees. So leeks are not the same as these onions in that they're more tolerant of different temperatures. So let's take a look at these. Now the leeks take 75 to 100 days to mature. So they'll be ready about the same time as the onions. Let's take a look here. If I can get in this container. Open sesame. Okay. Now this is what the leeks look like. The seeds for the leeks look a lot like the onion seeds. So unless you just know what you have, you could mistake a leek seed for onion seed very easily. Now with the onions, I have 2, 4 containers of each type, but I want more leeks since I don't have any more leeks coming with the order that I placed. So we're going to do 2, 4, 6, 8 containers of leeks. So let's do this one. And you plant them the same depth as you plant the regular onions, about 1 inch to 1.5 inches per seed. And this potting soil is very light and airy. And that's what you want in a nice potting soil. You want it to be light. You want your seeds to have no excuse to not come up. Cover those up. Here we go. Okay, just lightly cover those up. That'll do it. Let's put this in here. And we're going to label them. Leeks with today's date. All right. So this is what we've got. We've got yellow onions, we've got red onions, and we've got leeks. So I'm going to go ahead and water these. And once I water these, they're going to go over to the grow table so that they can hang out with my other things that I planted this week. I already have some wasabi radish over there, Tiny Tim tomatoes, butterhead bib lettuce, Merlot lettuce, and black-seeded Simpson lettuce. So these seeds will have plenty of company when they go over to the grow table. Well, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment below, and I will get back to you on that. I really enjoy taking you with me when I'm planting things. So if you have questions or anything, please let me know. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I plant some other things. and I'll give you updates on the things I've already planted. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.